back in. What's happening in social media, well, in life, is I'll take us down just that understanding of us, because to be able to be successful in business, to be able to lead people, to be successful in relationships, and listen, I'm a work in progress too, is understand Maslow's hierarchy of needs. The reason that people, we've always wanted approval.
Okay.
We've always wanted approval. It is, you know, we want food, water, air, shelter. But if you move up Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the next thing is love, belonging, recognition, community. So we would go places. Well, we don't have to go places so much anymore. We can go here to get that part of our human needs. It's approval. And what happens, you'll see people, so, and it's proven in business too, is that, you know, just not just in a social media online environment, is people will, if they don't fit socially in a culture or a work environment at a job, they won't perform, because that's the number one thing I need to do is fit socially. If I don't have social acceptance. So I think the thing to look at is just recognize what you're doing. You're trying to get acceptance, and validation does not come outside of you. Validation comes from within. Validation is that capability. And it's easy in principle, but it takes deep work. It takes deep work.
Okay, so I got to say something then. We have an unfair advantage. And the reason why I say that is because we came from a time where there wasn't social media.
No.
That 4 o'clock in the morning was 4 o'clock in the morning training. Nobody knew. Nobody would see it. Until '87, when I started getting in the magazines. Then they understood, okay, this guy trains early in the morning. Then they started seeing that I lifted heavy every single day, every single year, and it's never gone away. And it's not one of those things where, hey, he's strong for a day, he wasn't strong. There's no time in my 35 years, 40 years that I've ever been weak. Now, with that being said, that was my approval to myself, going, I'm in the fight, I'm in the fight, I'm in the fight. These guys, to grow, companies want these guys with the high followings. And they're all trying to get their niche. So, in the unfair advantage is this. I know who I am. I like who I am. I don't know who said this, but they said at a certain point when you don't care how you're perceived by everybody, that's such a freedom. And so I'm a dog guy, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't care that even my girl was like, when she ran Muscle and Fitness hers and stuff, she was like, what's with this dude and his dogs? He's a weird dude. Next thing you know, she's having my kid, you know? Because I didn't care how people saw me and how I was with my dogs, or who I was, or I got a reading problem. At that age, I was like, I'm okay with it. Where people were saying this, that, and the other thing about me, that's fine. You want to think that about me? That's okay. I know who I am. These kids don't have that because they're getting judged from this day one by social media, being told how they need to be, how they should be, how you should train. And the following is one of the representations of, oh, you're doing a good job? Oh, you're doing a bad job.
Yeah.
You got 2 million followers? You're great, whoever you are. But I am behind the curtain at Oz, and I know what these guys are really like. And I'm like, you're doing a facade. That's not who you really are. You can't keep that up for 35 years. How are you going to do that?
Mom's going to move out of that house. You got to move out of the basement.
Yeah. So how do you talk to these kids, and how do you get them going, all right, drop the scenarios, drop the sitcom trying to be the certain way, which you're not. How do you, can you talk to them? Can you give them advice?
You can. And I think what the best thing to do is you're here to create as an icon, as a leader, and as a whole human. One of my clients even said to me, she's been a client with me for years, and said, you know, you can feel the energy of him that's just different. You can tell in pictures, you can tell in videos. That's a whole human. That's just not this narrow spaced, I work out and all that. I think the thing, what I want to share with them is connect with something that they believe in. The people that are here believe in you. Okay, so great, you believe in Mike, but I want to coach you to and help you to go to Grant. Okay, that's the surface, but what's underneath it and what have you seen? It's principle. what you're attracted to unconsciously, because the conscious mind thinks, the unconscious mind chooses. If we were to go into your unconscious mind that has you following Mike, that has you connected to Mike, sure, you see a great looking guy that's on covers that has accomplished things, but actually we have, as human beings, we have a magnetism to consistency, and consistency is a principle. And a principle is like this. It's like, if I let go of this bag of popcorn, it drops. That's called gravity. That's a principle. And what I hope that you see is that capturing principles that are true, you will, asking for approval outside of you is a toxic mimic for where true approval is. It's the truth lies in. Be able to sit with yourself and say, you know what, where am I at? Where do I want to be? What's the truth? And own it. Because it's really a modeling of what you've done. You made a choice, saying that you didn't alter, and it's very parallel. You didn't alter, oh my gosh, okay, so I'm single now, but I've got a dog, and people think that. Well, that's going to close down my options. And as funny as it is, though, those are the things I know people are sitting there going, oh, wow. See, you did not say no to that so you could say yes somewhere else that wasn't going to serve you. Because if you said no to, okay, the dog's no, I need to move that away, you would have lowered your standards, lowered your values, and we know how that play ends. So what I would say is for them is just come back to, listen, sit and be truthful with yourself. That's the tough part, is be truthful. Know that, acknowledge, don't deny it. We're taught to deny things. We're taught to forget about your past. Really, why would I forget about that? My future's in my past. My future's in my past. The only thing I can speak accurately about is what I don't like and what's happened in the past. I can't speak accurately about the future. And so take a look at, sit down and take an inventory with yourself and say, okay, because the greatest lessons, everything that's sitting here in this moment is because of lessons and experiences. But yet we're taught, don't look in the rearview mirror. Are you kidding me? I look in it every day.
I'm glad you said that. Because I know some people say, don't ever look in the past, because then you live in the past. I hold on to my hurts. I hold on to my struggles. I hold on to my pain from the past, the hardship from the past. I hold on to that because for me, I love those moments because they turn me into somebody completely different. They always say protect your little boy inside, and it's me looking back going, wow, it's that kid he dropped and he picked himself up, and it's a beautiful thing, and I hold on to that.
That's and I hope they capture that, because what you're doing out there, ladies and gentlemen, by seeking approval that does not have substance, is you're avoiding that inner child. You're not looking at the past. You're not willing to be humble, because our inner child is humble, vulnerable, transparent. And what Mike's articulating is that inner child, those experiences gave us the contrast to slingshot to the other end of the spectrum, which is growth. And so don't listen to anyone that says to you, don't look in your past. Just don't judge your past. Be a witness, not a judge. The reason that you want that approval so badly that it will even create a condition where you don't make good business decisions, but hey, I'm going to hold on to more followers and more people but not make money, is because you're judging yourself instead of witnessing yourself. When you can become a third-party observer of yourself and look back and go, well, I'm doing this, it doesn't serve me. Or just like being at those childhood experiences, you're not judging. You notice and observe those childhood experiences that were painful, maybe even some adult. We all have dramas and traumas. Emotional baggage is what keeps people hanging on to the need for someone else's approval.
Okay. I love that. I love that. And I love that you went to the childness, because we talked about that third, fourth grader that was a dreamer.
Yeah.
And for you and me, we hold on to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I love that dreamer because I never lost that. I never lost that kid. Man, we wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning excited, and some days we're tired, but we're still excited tired, and so we get up and we do our stuff, and we're living this, and we've both been at the bottom of the barrel, right?
It's been a wild ride,
you know, but we love this stuff. And something I guess I want them to take away today is that one thing that I know that I can get followers off of is if I just put up a heavy lift, or I take off the shirt and they see the muscles all fired up. Those videos go viral. They go everywhere. Everybody reposts them and all this and that. And I realize that's a great way to get followers, but it doesn't give me anything else. And so by what I purposely do is I don't always do that, because I don't want just the followers that are there for the visual. I don't want the guys that are just 24/7. You're strong. Yeah, it's not that. It's not the lifting of weights. It's about moving people. And so I always put up the stuff that get nothing. Me with my dogs. Hey, what are you doing today? I'm spending Sunday with my pup. We're going to go to the beach. We're going to go eat a pizza or whatever it is together. And they don't get a lot of things, likes and follows, but I want those people out there to kind of know that for me, I need to give that part of it, because that's really who I am. I'm the guy that's, so when it comes to building a social media page.
There you go.
All right, talk to us.
Well, and Mike's articulate, take you to the science and experientially, and asking everyone what's the #1 theme TV show in the last 10 years. Not the show, the theme, reality TV. That's where the eyeballs go. The eyeballs are. So what is it with reality? We will, and stay with me, everyone, we pay for voyeurism to see inside people's lives.
Yes.
How do we pay? Well, I don't pay to watch it. Yes, you do. You pay with your time. That's where people don't get it too. You're paying with either your time or your money. You're paying, and the eyeballs know that that's where it's been. So from a marketing perspective, what people want to see is in what you've done. Because here's the thing, sure, it may not get the big likes, but you want to know what it's doing is it's showing a holistic human being. My suggestion, without anyone even spending any money in the social media environment, is show people every part of you. Every part of you. In other words, I want to, because I have come to,
the struggles,
family,
the celebrations.
The family stuff. It's like you watch people in all different spaces of pretend. You know, we all get the pretending thing. But here's what I want to help you with. I'm not here to judge it, ladies and gentlemen. I just want you to know what really works really, really well. I'm in a business environment with multi-million-dollar businesses, some multi-billion-dollar businesses. I coach CEOs of very, very large companies. And I can tell you that people that invest a lot in coaching, a lot in consulting, have come to me and said this: I've seen the commitment you have with your daughter. I see that relationship. I see that you're out there in the mountains and skiing and hiking. I see that you're in the gym, and I don't see riffraff.
Okay, I see. I'm glad you went there, because I wouldn't even have thought to ask that. Okay, keep going on that.
And so
I hope you guys got that right there. That's so big. Go. That's boundaries. Does that go back to boundaries?
100% boundaries.
Okay, so we just circled all the way back. The boundaries. Tell us the boundaries, because I know I spoke a little bit about boundaries. From what I understand that you're expressing is that I wake up at 3 in the morning, so that means I need to go to bed at 8, 9. Now at that time it would be like time with significant other or TV time or all that, and so my boundary is I don't need that during that time of the day. So I'll cut that out, so that way I can get to bed at 8 or 9 o'clock at night to be up at 3 in the morning. Is that what you mean by boundaries? Go further.
Oh, there's in all aspects.
Riffraff.
Riffraff. The boundary of, riffraff is, and again, no judgment to people that watch TV, but if you're not where you want to be right now in your life, and we're all thrivers, we all want a little bit more, but I mean where you're in a spot and business isn't where you want to be, life isn't where you want to be, then you need to look at, okay, what are the things, who are the people, who are the places, who are the things right now in my life that are not contributing to where I want them to be? And then if you have to make sacrifices, so there's boundaries in communication. So, for example, with you in being a father and being a partner, a significant other, is okay. I've got boundaries. I've got to keep these things in place in my life as I've done things to create where we're at. So now what we do is we have open communication in those situations too. Hey, how can I do this? How can I support you, support our relationship, our family, our friends, while we have even a new life come into our world? And guess what? You're still doing what you need to do. You've got that boundary, but it's based in principle. And so when you look at
That's
those,
so big.
yeah, when you look
That's
at those
so-
boundaries, it's like,
You clear that stuff out.
yeah,
That enhances you so much.
well, yeah, I'll tell you, it's interesting. You know, I watch people with all due respect. It's your ride, not mine, folks. But see people in front of an airplane or a Ferrari, and we see all that stuff, or you know, whatever it is that's really positioned. I do pictures in front of my pickup truck on purpose. A, because it's who I am. B, because it's and here's you can play and have fun with it. Be you, because here's the thing I want you to get. The further, and the one thing I've done with Mike is consistent and simple. Simple, and yet everyone's trying to be so complex. The only thing that's becoming complex is your life. You're creating a complex life, but your message is then really complex. So the more complex your message is to all these people, it's like, what is it? You know, there's no clarity, so you're not going to connect with your audience. People want simplicity, they want solution, and they want consistency. And if you can do that, people are going to be magnetized to you. Social media, what I would say is this, is so don't go out. I know there's this urgency to show I'm in this club. Well, let me tell you what you just did to your avatar. If you keep, I'm at the club again, I'm at the club again. Now, if you're 57, 58 years old and you're a business person and you're laughing about it one time and you're, oh my God, can you believe we got in the club? Yeah, that's going to be funny. Yeah. That's a moment. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's one of those pattern interrupts. Oh my gosh, but not to be cool. What's cool is this, is you know, tell me about your family life, show me your friendly life, show me your personal life, show me your health. Wow. Because here's what everyone's forgotten. Ancient sales principles. Everyone's trying to sell someone something, but they forgot the three most critical things. Every choice is made on know, like, trust. No, I can't get your money. Trust. I can't get your money until you know me, like me, trust me. I just can't. And you want so money.
Big. That's so big.
Right.
Say it again.
No, I can't get your money if you know, everyone's shooting past the target.
Right.
I've got to let you know me. Take your time. Okay, like me, trust me, then I'm going to choose you. Because the heart chooses, the mind justifies, but everyone's backwards and leading with marketing language that's logic, behaving in logic, trying to figure out the logic. Well, you've got it backwards because we choose based on emotion, not logic.
So is that why, and I'm going to assume this is correct, my Fit Plan is killing it.
So good. It's
programs, but they know these are programs that I've done for 20, 30 years. And so that's something, okay, now they know. They know that that's really who I am. Mm-hmm. I'm a simple guy. I like my stuff the way it is. I like my 4 o'clock workouts. I like this. I know that diet is number 1, recovery is number 2, and then training is number 3. So that's the...
well, they're getting an opportunity to get to know you and choose to like you.
Okay. And then that's why they would move forward.
And then you move to trust. So you go know and like because you're exposed. See, I can't... All right, I know you. I see you. You know, I know that you're someone I'm familiar with in the magazine stuff. Okay. Now I get to see your habits. Okay. You do these certain things. Well, I like that. I like dogs. I like someone that takes care of the health. And then where does trust come from, I think? Consistency.
Consistency, yeah.
Because people don't believe what you tell them. They believe what they experience and see. People aren't going to join, and here's a tip for them all in their messaging. People aren't going to join or buy your opportunity. they're going to join or by the experience that they feel they're going to have, which is emotion and heart, which chooses. So when you look at that great no, be out there. Let people here's where they may be stopping themselves. Who are you letting people get to know though?
Right.
Okay, Ferrari. Okay, and your friend's jet, your private jet.
Right.
Wow. Okay. My dog, you get to know Striker. Oh, Mona, who's, oh wow, a fit couple. That's cool. Not flashy, trying to put on some show. Right. They're real. Well, now who's winning right now? Who's creating deeper emotional and psychological bonds with an audience that will spend money? The hot rod that's in front of a Lambo and a jet? Or the person that, listen, this person loves dogs, this person has a significant other that's also in fitness. That's great, because that's a longer game. Yeah, it's a longer game, because if you look at a lot of the online people, the one thing that you don't hear this stuff, but I hear from is the turnover, the attrition rate. Massive attrition rate, because there's not a deep psychological bond. You led with logic, you led with the flash. Whereas when you create, you were, Justin, one of my clients here this morning, been with me for 2.5 years in the coaching space. And but there's deep psychological and emotional bonds. So whatever you can, but be you though too. Yeah. I put my daughter out there. There's a reason that you put your dogs out there, because you have this thing inside of you. You want people to contribute to the wellness of animals, of pets, and that you want them to see it's cool, because if you can leverage a little coolness factor for the animals, good play. It's not a play that you're doing and people know it has substance. So it's a good play. So I'd say to people that if there's 7 billion people on this planet, and everyone else is taken. But why keep jumping in the red ocean where everyone is? Because what Mike's done is, at any given time, only 5% of an audience that you're targeting to a population is ready to make a buying decision or have an experience that has to do with conversion-based language. The other 95 is indifferent. Well, why they're indifferent, how are you connecting with them instead of trying to sell them crap? Sell them crap meaning a story that doesn't have substance, because substance wins.
I love that.
Charisma does not endure. Substance wins. Consistency wins. Commitment will always beat talent, because as long as you're committed and taking action, it will mask talent.
Love it, man. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
I'm gonna hold you to.
Dude, come on, man.
I'm gonna hold you to
Abrams. We're all gonna get in the house, buddy.
Yeah.
Get Toddy out here too.
Toddy, Icon Meals.
Yeah, our boy.
We'll get him out here. Thank you, man. Thanks for doing this.
Oh, man, absolutely. You bet.
Love that
pleasure.
You came out,
honor. Yeah.
did this.
Great stay.
Morning with Titan. Got a workout in. I'm going to give you all the information so you guys can follow Johnny. He is, again, he adds value. I don't even want to say he's an influencer, because you're a mastermind. You really are. You are the pinnacle of these guys that are traveling the world and lecturing and talking, and you got so much information. And now I'm going to snag him, because we're going to do some work after this. Get Mona down here. He gets to meet Baby Titan.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, the
Baby Titan.
Awesome.
That's
cool.
it, guys. Thanks for hanging out today.